So that's like two interviews in a row where it had music, Coy, and then it didn't. I was able to interview Mount Pleasant's head coach on Monday. Hoping to get Derek tomorrow. Dude, let's just talk shop for a little bit, man.
Yeah.
You've had and as you can tell, as a former head coach, man, I understand when things, you know what I mean, when you might be stressed. So that's why I didn't call you
Oh
Friday
yeah,
night,
you're good.
man. But yeah, but I just want to throw out, man, that's a pretty good ball club you faced that you could face again.
Yeah, no, they returned a lot. They I think they had probably seven, 8 starters on, both sides of the ball returning. So they had that varsity experience and so yeah, they're a good football team. They're gonna be a playoff football team for sure.
Yeah, and so are you.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
still, oh yeah. Let's just talk here real quick. Uh, again, the scoreboard really doesn't define the team or what you learned on Friday night, and with your young guys getting that valuable, you know what I mean, playing time. What did you learn from your young team? Throughout the I'll say fiasco because you didn't get home till like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah. It was about a 2 hour rain lightning delay. Well, not rain delay. It was just a lightning delay. There's never rain dropping, but yeah, it took it took a while to get the game complete. But yeah, it was just a lot of our guys. We had 8 new guys on each side of the ball that had never got quality varsity snaps, and they weren't familiar with the varsity speed and just what varsity football was like until last Friday night. So we started off slow, that's for sure. But towards the end of the game, we started to see more, glimpse, more good things happen. So yeah, we just got to roll that over into this week.
Absolutely. Now, how did your freshman play? His first game out there. And he's really intriguing to me right now.
Yeah, no, he didn't play too bad. It's varsity speed's a lot different than JV and freshman and junior high. So it's going to be a learning experience for Landon, and he knows that, and he's done a great job. Just kind of adapting to the speed he saw Friday night and just carrying that over this week into practice.
100%. Now, when you watch the film, and I'm guessing you watched a ton of it,
Oh yeah.
all coaches do, right? You know, did you notice were the problems more about physical execution, assignments, or just something you can clean up in practice?
Just kind of things we need to clean up in practice, and we got to be more physical, and we gotta want to go tackle and go make the tackles. I thought we were in really good position defensively. We just got to go make those plays now, and I think it's going to help with the kids seeing the varsity speed now and getting familiar with what it looks like on a Friday night and everything. And that's why I think we're going to bounce back just fine and be fine on Friday. So I'm excited to see the opportunity that the kids have to kind of redeem themselves and show everybody what they do have.
Here's a big one because this is as a head coach, you deal with constantly. But let's talk about like Saturday. I don't know whether you come in and lift on Saturday. Some schools do that, but when the boys rolled in on Monday, what was the mood like?
Really just kind of obviously film day is not the best. When you come away with a loss, typically it's you just got to learn from your mistakes. But I thought they did a really good job Monday coming in, with a clear head as to being able to listen and see what they did wrong, and not only what they did wrong, but how they need to fix it and what we're going to do as coaches to help them fix it. That way, one, they know what mistake they made. Two, they know what they did wrong, and then three, they got to know how to fix it. And I think they came in with a clear head, and are going to learn from it and carry that over. And we definitely saw that in Tuesday and Wednesday, today's practice, them applying what we were telling them in film, and we had a really good practice today.
Excellent. Now, your buddy across the river, he takes it so personal, and I kind of see it, with you as well. obviously, right? Because you care, you're passionate.
Oh yeah.
How did you take care of yourself over the weekend? To find at least a little bit of koi time, R&R.
Just kind of first and foremost. I mean, watching a ton of film, I needed to get in there. I needed to be better personally on some of the play calls that I had. I definitely, it wasn't my best outing either, so I had to dig into the film too and just kind of reassess, what I need to call and when I need to call it. But no, just kind of, hanging out with the family and, just doing that stuff is, very important. And that's, that tops football, through and
Oh,
through.
100%. It gives you, that R&R and family, as long as the wife's not saying, Coy, I need you to fix the toilet.
Right, right.
Oh my goodness. So now you get South Fulton at home. What concerns you the most about them offensively and defensively?
Honestly, it's going to be pretty similar to, from watching film, it's going to be pretty similar to what we saw against A-Town, scheme-wise, both offensively and defensively for them. So I think just really learning our mistakes that we had last week and correcting them, I think we can come out, and do a lot of great things offensively and defensively. That's why I'm so excited for it is, it kind of feels like a little bit of a redemption game for us that, we know that wasn't our best football and that's not really the identity we want to be known as last week. So as long as we can bounce back, we'll be good. And obviously to have it at home is such a big, a key to it as well, having our home fans there.
Yeah, and one of these days I'm going to get down and get a home game with you guys. I was able to, I've experienced Illinois football on Friday night, and it's
Yeah.
pretty doggone exciting, Coy.
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's a great time.
Holy cow! The facilities too in Illinois is just unbelievable.
Were you over in Macomb? Is that where you were?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice place there.
Oh my goodness! And I'll have Coach Horrell on. And is it Horrell or Horrell? I don't want to screw up.
I think Horrell. That's what I call it.
Okay,
Horrell.
so I've been pronunciating that correctly.
I hope I'm pronouncing it right now. Now you got me questioning it.
No, you're always right, Coy.
There we go. There we go.
But his dad showed it was
He's
just
a great dude. He's a good dude.
Pretty class in Illinois, man. And I just want to throw that out there right away.
They're good people over in Macomb.
And I say I'll throw that out there too much. So every time I say that, man, you got to punch me in the gut the next time you see me.
Deal.
Okay. Do they run an odd front, or are they going to be like a 4-2-5? What?
Everything I've seen, just kind of a 4-2 box. Give it a little 4-4 defense. Looks like cover 3. That's what they did against Stark County last week. So just kind of basing it off that. It's kind of what I'm game planning for now. I mean, we could get there Friday night and they could run a 5 front and have 2 guys back. I don't know. That's the nice thing about it being early.
Yeah, dude, if they run a 5 front against your spread, they're in trouble.
I hope so. Never know.
Okay. They might run the 6-3. No, I'm
just
messing, dude. So how important is it for West Hancock to establish the line of scrimmage this week early and get that confidence pumping?
Yeah, I think that's going to be the biggest key for us is getting all our hogs up front to just kind of really establish a game and come out swinging first. And they've, like I said, they've had a great week of practice. I'm probably the hardest on them as any other group, just because they are the most important, piece to a football team is the offensive and defensive line. And I let that be known with those kids too, is, I'm going to be hard on them. I'm going to harp on them because whether a team's successful or not, it really comes down to if that front 5 is going to block for you on offense. And, when they pave the way for you, Chandler Day, it's going to be, extremely thankful. Him and Wade Gooding are, back there, and they're encouraging them every way, step of the way. And I think this week our offensive line has had a tremendous practice. And like I said, today was great. So that's why I'm just super excited for them on Friday night to, go out there and show it in front of our home crowd and just kind of get that sense of, excitement and realize, when they, do all the hard work and do it correctly, that good things are going to pay off for them.
Oh, 100%. If you were to, I'm not even going to bring up the grading thing, as far as ourselves, because that's a dumb question for me to ask. I'm just going to throw that out there. Right now, you
All
get
right.
to hit me in the stomach. See,
There we go. There's one.
there's one. Um, you know, give me your 3 keys this week. That'll be the keys of the game to kind of set you up to get that W.
I think tackling, great tackling is going to be the biggest thing for us. And then I think winning the turnover battle. And then I told the offense, I don't want any 3 and outs on the offensive side of the ball. I look at that as a turnover. If we go 3 and out, that's just as bad as a turnover. And I think establishing long drives or big chunks on every drive. I want to score every single drive that we have. I don't want to go 3 and out and then they get the ball in less than a minute back. So I just think, taking care of the ball, establishing drives, and then, tackling is going to be the biggest keys here.
Looking to the other side, of that team that's coming, what are some of the, the players over there that you have circled that could pose a problem?
Yeah, they got a pretty good running back. They like to play him in the running back position or bump him out to the slot. He's a good physical running back. He also plays linebacker. They may not have the biggest size of the line, but they're going to be quick. So we definitely got to be ready for that. And then they work extremely hard and they're go getters, so they're going to get after it. And we got to be on our A game this Friday for sure.
How excited are you to kind of walk on that field that has so much history, man, on Friday for your first opening game of 2026?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait for the fans, to be packed in the stands and just, have the community there for our kids to, kind of support them and help them, show that they have a lot of people behind them and everybody here wants to see them succeed.
100%, man. Now, any scout team players of the week down there?
Yeah, we had a scout team player of the week this week was Riley Blanchard. He gives us a great look on the scout D, being the nose guard, and then he'll also flip it if he's not playing on the starting defense nose guard. He'll be on the offensive line. He always gives us a great look. So he was the one that won it this week.
Did anyone hit your quarterback?
No, they know not to. They will be on the track running if they touch the quarterback.
Oh yeah.
So they do a good job.
Give me 1 second. I got to let my dog out. It is I think National Dog Day, but every day.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll let him outside. I'll be right back.
All right.
Here you go, buddy. Here you go. See, I think that's what makes me unique because it's always a dog's day in Banks's house, right?
Oh yeah, has to be.
Yeah. What do you think of them getting rid of the Pro Bowl, man?
The NFL?
Yeah.
Oh, and like going to that flag?
No, they're going to cancel all of it.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Oh, it's crazy. I don't know. I remember when they used to hit a little bit.
Yeah, I guess I didn't know that. I thought they did like the flag football game or whatever it is.
Yeah, they were going to do that, but no, that's the brand new news coming out of the NFL. Who's your college team that you're going to be rooting for?
Illinois.
Okay.
Yep.
I can't. Does Iowa and Illinois play like week 11 or something like that?
They play something down the line that way.
Dude, it's not that I bet, but we might have to have never mind. I don't want to talk about wager online, right?
Right.
So, what's the school year started like, man? Are you like, is everything kind of in the flow now? When was your first day of school again? Was it last Thursday?
With kids, it was last Monday.
Okay.
So we're a full weekend. It's been good. Got a lot of the football kids in my PE class, so it's been pretty good so far. Smooth sailing.
Just making them lift like crazy, or
need to be? Yeah, need to make them run all the
time. Well, you could break out those 1990s and 1980 dodgeballs.
That'd be nice. Yeah, we got to use the foam ones now. We don't use the rubber ones.
Oh my goodness! How many balls are up in your rafters from playing that?
We're pretty low right now. I think only 1 or 2. So, and then whoever gets it up has to get a football and then throw it and get it down. So That's
I
the
kind of
rule.
like that too. Yeah.
It takes them a little while depending on who gets it stuck.
How's your first couple weeks of being an activities director as well been?
Busy, hectic. Finding volleyball officials is not an easy task. That's for sure. Um, so if you got your volleyball license to officiate, let me know.
I don't, dude, I don't even know whether I'd be good at that. I had to ask what a libero was a couple years ago,
Yeah,
man.
that's not something I'd want to do. That's for sure.
Oh
So
my
kudos to
goodness.
the refs.
Yes, yes. They get paid a lot though, right?
Yeah, they get paid pretty good.
Oh my goodness. Hey man, do you have anything out there that you wanna share with the world? As far as it can be anything football related or anything, you can give a shout out. And before you do that, I want to say good luck this week. The doghouse can be pulling for you, brother.
Yeah, no, I don't think I have anything else. I think that's about it.
All right, man. Well, I hope that you go out there and just whip it. Tell the boys, Coach Banks said, get it done.
Oh yeah, I will. I'll let them know.
All right, man.
All right, thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Yep, sounds good.
Oh man, perfect. All right, man.
All right, later.
Later. All right. Go. All right, guys. Just kind of looking in. That was Coach Coy Dorothy. He's the goat, man. One of the greatest guys on the planet. He's not only a great coach, but he's a great human being, and I really appreciate him coming in tonight and talking about some West Hancock football and what that means. Not only to the community, but the entire area. So excited to follow them. I know that and 90 yards away. Off that, a lot of times when you against the very a lot proud of stay. That out for all this year. Southeast Super Conference, kind of. What happened Friday night? And I had a chance to watch, some of the when it gets to that, and I'll tell you what, man, they're tough. They are tough. To Knoxville. Knoxville, last I believe the score was like 58-20. To Illinois country, Lewis County, Spoon River Valley. They're going to be at Macomb, and we'll Horrell here in just a little bit. They're back home. They have wonderful facilities over there, guys. I just want to put that out there as well. And punched me twice in the stomach after this. They're 1-0, looking to remain undefeated and to get at it this week. Pleasant Hill Co-op is stocks really rising. If you look at the three right now, schools virtual within a couple, right? If Brown County goes out, which is 1-0. This week, if they go out there, that they could rise in the ranking this week. Tom Little, again, 2 undefeated teams, so that's going to be exciting. But with the Titans at home, man, I feel that record Madison, Mountain Centrally, and so 0. I'm going a little bit crazy right now, so bear with me. If you get a chance, go to the website. It's Coach. I think it's Coaching Culture in Athletics Radio Broadcast Network.com, and I'll type it in the link here in a little bit. I've been putting out some various articles in the past 5 or 6 days or so in there, and a lot of people are reading that. I love it. I love that I'm giving these communities, these schools, these athletes, a chance to have more exposure. That's the ultimate goal. Anytime you shake a stick at it. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and look through here. I've got my questions for Coach Horrell here. Excited to have him on in just probably in about 10 minutes or so. But I want to share too. Oh, there they are. There they are. All right. So I'm trying to dig through again. There's the picks. All right. You ready for the picks? I think people are kind of bopping in and out here, so which is okay. I did do a coach pick, Chuck Banks picks, Illinois edition. This is for this coming up Friday in 2 days. The first one, so we're going to get after it right away. Lewistown, Cuba, Spoon River Valley at Macomb. I'm going to take Macomb, home field advantage, and after watching those guys in action, and they have a lot of dudes, Charlie Bodiford. I got to throw his name out again. He just moves people. And college coaches, if you're looking at a great center, you should check out Charlie Bodiford when you go in there. So Astoria, VIT versus Hamilton Warsaw, West Hancock. I'm going to pick West Hancock. And I think I don't think that this is going to be a relatively close ball game, in my opinion. So if you have a different outtake, be sure to message us. You can email me, coachingcultureandathletics@gmail.com. That's coachingculture. The next one I'm going to pick in Illinois is Illini West. Almost said Illinois West. So Illini West versus Monmouth United. So my pick is going to be Illini West this week. They head to Monmouth United, and I think this could turn into a pretty entertaining game overall. But across the board, I like Illini West in this one. Here's the next one: Pleasant Hill Western versus Brown County. And as I had said a little bit earlier, man, I'm going to pick Brown County all day long, and I think it's going to be a long night for a lot of teams. Now, looking at kind of local teams here, I'm kind of before Coach on the state of Iowa this week, and let's just talk about a few here. So you got Meskwaki Settlement heading HLVTC. I'm going to take HLVTC at home. I think that they have too much. Kind of a local coach. He's within 30 minutes. I got to call him local. Waco. This week, just kind of looking here. Central will be traveling to Wayland, and I like Waco with home field advantage. All right, digging through kind of the bigger boys here. Let's look at and to talk about these teams. Kind of by pick, 5 picks here. The first one is Pella versus Ballard. Okay, so my pick is Pella, and it's Pella all day long. I know Ballard has a much better squad this season. It would be to Fort Madison. So we were in this one. Could be a dandy of a ball game. The next one is Newton versus Carlisle. Newton had a phenomenal season last year, and you know what? I'm going to say that Newton wins this matchup as well. So the next one, Gilbert versus Carroll. Carroll kind of, they're kind of on the up and up. Coach Banks is going to take Carroll in that one. Here's the big one, right? I picked Lewis Central as the Class 3 state champ at the season. Now, a lot of people call me crazy because you have all those schools, and especially that school up around Cedar Rapids, right? Xavier is going to be extremely tough this year, but I think Lewis Central gets over the hump. Excuse me. They're going to travel to North Polk, and right now, this game really has my attention early on. But I see Lewis Central on the road having just enough to defeat North. So that's where we're at in District 4 action. Let's talk about District 2A, or like District or Class 2 and Class 3A district football. District 5, Class 3A in the state of Iowa. Here's my picks. Winterset versus ADM. I pick ADM all day long. Winterset's got a great ball club, and that game could go down to the wire, maybe even a field goal there. The next one, I've already picked. Centerville's going to be heading to Knoxville in that 3A ball game, and I picked Centerville to basically. Mac Murdoch went off for 490 yards last week. He's not going to have to go as many this week because they're going to get the running game going, in my opinion. Grinnell. I skipped one. I don't want to skip one. Des Moines Christian versus Van Meter. This one is it's an exciting ball game, in my opinion. Okay, I'm going to take Van Meter though. Van Meter, they've been a perennial power in this Iowa. Here's a good one. Iowa Class 2A District 7. And there's a lot of good quality clubs. And now,
Hey, can you hear me?
How you doing? Yes, absolutely. I got you all good. So
Awesome.
excellent. I was just going over kind of pick'ems. I did do an Illinois pick'em. You might have to go and check that out later, but
I will.
yeah. So first off, I want to say thank you for allowing me, in your home base, man. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, we're really happy to have you. Glad we got you a win, and it's a good football game for us. But yeah, we're really happy to have you, and we'll definitely have to get you back in November, hopefully.
Oh, 100%, man. Maybe even before that. I'll even throw that out, right?
Awesome.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what, you made me a believer in not only your ball club but Illinois football in general. It's something that I haven't experienced yet, and it was awesome, and your dad was awesome too. You got to throw that to him. So.
Yeah, I'll tell him. I'm sure I know they were watching last week, so
Oh, nice.
I'll let them know though. Yeah, because they texted me afterwards. But Coach Keen had the student section with the tailgating, and it was a great atmosphere on Friday.
Oh yeah, and you had a lot of media there. So
Yeah.
obviously you're going to get a lot of buzz right now. All the way through to the state title game, right?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're only trying to win week 2 right now. So
yeah.
Let's try to win week 2.
So I'm going to get my ADHD brain, you got to smack me down, dude. But hey, so I'm just going to go through here. Macomb couldn't have asked for a much stronger start, man. Beating Knoxville 42-14, leading 42-0 at halftime. And, you did get beat on a few of the waggle passes.
We did. That was something we have to clean up. For as well as we did, Coach Wilson still had 29 clips to go over on Monday afternoon. So definitely need to clean up some of those waggle passes. The quarterback threw a really nice ball a couple times, especially for a freshman. He had a comeback route once, and then that one we just dropped a little too deep and it covered the underneath route. But as long as we keep him in front of him and tackle him, we can live to see another day, as long as we don't give up the big touchdown.
Now, looking back to the game, you got to the second half, you got to get a lot of good quality varsity time for a lot of your dudes. Did any of them, like, oh my goodness, this kid's got it?
Yeah, I was really happy. Zach Cuccini's a junior DB. He made a couple nice tackles. Our sophomore James Leapsack ended up being, I think, our third leading tackler from the safety spot. He really flew down and made some big hits. I thought really that it was a running clock, but it took the entire third quarter for them to score that touchdown against their number 2s. So I was really pleased with our second group. Offensively, it was good to get our sophomore quarterback. He didn't play last year, so it was good to get him some reps under the Friday night lights. I thought all that stuff kind of paid off because our JV came out with a big win on Monday night and beat Knoxville 38-6. So anytime you can get those guys in on a Friday night and experience the bright lights is a great thing.
Oh, it's absolutely huge, and like, hey, I want to talk about your quarterback for a few moments. He was hitting guys like 40 yards, man, and just hitting them.
Yeah, he's got a cannon. Sometimes he makes a throw in pressure, like there's no way. And then like I remember last year he hit someone like 50 yards, and I was like, that's impressive, dude. Like we got to trust that arm a little bit more. And he does a really good job rolling to his left as well. We didn't do that this week, but he does a really good job of moving the pocket as well. So we just got to keep progressing, and at some point we're going to need that passing game. So it's great to get him some game-like reps, and I thought he did a really good job delivering the football. A couple times, a little miscommunication with our wide receivers, a couple of new kids, but once they get their feet under them, I think those will be good connections.
I kind of looking at your O-line, which I love those guys, and I got to give them a lot of props. Anything that was inside the tackle, like it looked like I could run through some of those gaps in the A and B, gaps in general. Obviously, Charlie Bodiford, leading the way. He's the biggest center I've ever seen, Coach.
Yeah, well, he's playing guard. He played center his freshman year.
Okay.
And we threw him out there to the Wolves, and I mean, we ended up moving him to guard that year anyway. But so he plays our right guard. Eli McClure's our center. He took over as a sophomore last year. But really across the board, that O-line did a great job. Like you said, there were huge holes for Drake and Colby, and we tried to get Kyler Miller carry as well for those guys to run through. But I thought we just executed really well. Obviously, we had 9 guys coming back, and they were missing a few guys. So we kind of had the upper hand a little bit as far as experience, and it showed, I think.
Well, I'm going to throw out there to your center then, his snaps were good all night.
Yeah.
You look at, the snaps that Katz was able to go in and kick. 6 for 6. I think he could have kicked that field goal at the end of the first half, but that's me, Coach.
So I looked at him. We ran the ball for a touchdown on that one.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
A little counter, and I looked at Hayden. I said, "I'm trying to set you up here for a field goal." And the very next play we scored. So I'm not going to take points off the board, but we were trying to set him up. But Charlie does do our long snaps. He does do our field goal snaps. So he's really good at that situation. Typically it hits, or knock on wood, hits our holders right in the hands, and they put it down, and Hayden's he's pretty good from the extra point. We tell him we need to practice a little more from the hashes. So when we get in those situations, we can knock those through as well.
Yeah, again, high props, as good. I mean, they executed very well. Any big guys that you got in there in the second half? Talk about some of the young guys.
Yeah, so we had Riley James. Sam, our left guard, was actually sick on Wednesday, so we missed our practice Wednesday. So we had Riley James ready to go, and I thought he did a really good job at nose tackle when he was playing on defense. We got him. Was in there rotating with Charlie in the first half because we didn't play Sam at all on defense. I thought our entire sophomore and a freshman came in that second half, and we were able to pick up a couple first downs. Mason James is a freshman that's playing left tackle for our JV that we decided to dress on varsity last week because of his effort and his attitude, and he's got a little nasty to him. So we're really looking forward to continue to develop him. We had LJ Berry is our center, our backup center. He did a great job of getting the ball back to Carter. Aiden Pilger showing us something this year. He's really stepped up that if something were to happen to one of our top 5, we're comfortable with him coming in, and AJ Moon at right tackle. So really happy with our 2 deep on the O-line and D-line.
And, kind of going over to the, to the other ball players here, Drake May, he was the first Doghouse player of the game. So
yeah, well earned, I think.
Oh yes. What did he average per carry? Was it like, I don't know,
it
18 and a half?
Yeah, I mean more than that, right? 6 carries for 125. So
Yes.
yeah, so over 20. Yeah. No,
Good
he
Lord.
did a good job. I mean, obviously our O-line did their job and created holes, but when he gets in open space, he's tough to take down. And he saw some really nice cuts there. And I thought our receivers did a great job blocking for him too, because a lot of times if our receivers aren't blocking, those 25-yard gains become 10-yard gains. So just spring those runs loose. Give a lot of props to our receivers as well for blocking.
His explosive speed out of the gate, man, it's crazy. And like he only needs a space, I don't know, 12-inch space, and he's
Yeah,
done. He's oh
yeah.
my goodness. And
He's
also
fun.
what's that?
He's a lot of fun to watch.
Yes, and I do want to say thank you to the team and to his mother. They gave me a signed poster, and they gave me
Yeah.
$25 for gas, brother.
Well, that's awesome. I'll help out on the
Yeah.
trip. I mean,
Oh,
might get a little bit of gas in there, but that's awesome. We got a great group of parents, especially Karen, Drake's mom. They do a lot for our guys. So I'm glad they showed their appreciation to you as well.
well, yeah. I tell you, it was just a great experience all the way around. And I'll never forget my first Illinois game. Now, here's your questions. You ready for your
I'm ready.
questions now? All right. I spent a little time, kind of going over these. I'm not trying to trip you up, right?
Okay.
But I have pretty good questions. The danger after a game like Friday night, is like everybody telling your kids how good they are. How do you keep a veteran football team hungry after such a dominant start?
Yeah. So I think maybe going into this week, I think maybe we even had that, right? Like we've been propped up a little bit in the media. And I think we've earned a little bit of it, but you still got to earn it on Friday nights. And this opportunity to play a football game. This week, LVC, they're a building program. So I thought Tuesday our practice was a little lackluster, and the coaching staff let all of our guys know that. And we came back today and had one of our best practices of the year. So I think that's the maturity of the group. I don't know. I think maybe it was just late practice yesterday, kind of at the end. We were kind of wearing out, and our scout D was doing a really good job. We weren't picking some stuff up. So the response today, though, I think shows the maturity of the group, and we're still focused on LVC this week. So you got to humble yourself. You got to do the best you can at getting better throughout the week, so that on Fridays you're at your best.
100%. I think my wife shut the light off on me as she went upstairs.
Going dark.
Man, it's I might have to go over there and turn it on. Because so how was your first basically full week of school? How are you doing? How are you holding up?
Well, I'm doing a little fitness, and then we're going out to the tennis courts. So I think yesterday I ended up taking like 19,000 steps by the time I got home. I think I was going to sleep at about 9:15. So, but it's good to get back into routine, right? Like I think getting back in, going to school at 7 a.m. and getting out and getting on the practice field, just feels right. Getting back into football season, so we're ready to go.
Did you sleep very good Friday night?
Yeah. I think every Friday night, the coaches kind of went and got something to eat up at Sports Corner, and then I got home, and usually I put the game on, one of the broadcasts on YouTube, and fall asleep on the couch. So my wife was still up that one, so I kind of hung out with her for a little bit Friday night.
Well, that's the best, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I knew that scheme, you probably don't see the waggle pass and that kind of scheme, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe once or twice in a season. So
Yeah.
so that's tough. Now, looking at LCSR,
LVC.
is it LVC?
Yeah, it's Lewiston Valley Cuba Co-op.
Okay.
There's a lot of letters. It's changed a couple times.
It's like going up in northern Iowa, man.
Well, there's Spoon River Valley in it, so I think that's the V. It's Lewiston and Cuba,
Okay.
North Fulton.
North
Bunch of schools.
It is a lot of schools, man. But you know, looking at them, do they have anything schematically that you really have to prepare for, much like that waggle pass, Coach?
They do a lot of boot action. They got new coaching staff this year. Coach Coulter was on staff last year, but they've switched their schemes up a little bit. They've run some pro-ish, little bunch look where they're kind of waggle-ish. I mean, it's more of just a straight flood.
Like a mesh route.
Not even mesh. It's just like all three of the receivers kind of crossing the field.
Okay.
So kind of a little rollout on offense. They run a little wham play, a little counter action. So a little different than what we've seen this last week. And then defensively, it's more of a 3-4. At times, looks more like a 5-2. So a little different, but I think with our defense, Coach Wilson is so multiple that we see a lot of the different looks that we're going to get just through going against our own defense. So a lot of times it's just sticking to your rules. They might come out in something completely different. So we're preparing for their 3-4, but we're ready to go with whatever shows up.
Do you see much like 3-5-3 or 3-3-5 teams?
We see it a lot because that's our base, right?
Yeah.
A 3-3. So we see it a lot in practice. As far as in games, not too much. Illini West ran it last year, maybe 2 years ago, a little bit of it. So we don't see it a ton. We really see all kinds of stuff. A lot of 3-man fronts though. I think a lot of people used to be a base like 5-2, and it's kind of morphed into a 3-4 look. That's what we see a lot of.
We're seeing more of the 4-2-5. Yeah, and you even see it at the conferences, right? Is that 4-2-5 look? But I look at the 4-2-5 and I'm like, you know what? That's our 3-3 forefront. So
yeah, right. Yeah. Well, I mean, our defense tries to get all kinds of different looks. So we're lucky that like whatever usually teams throw at us, that we've seen it in practice. Except for Geneseo last year, they threw something different at us that we hadn't seen.
What did they run?
They run, it's like a 3-2 with like they had a stud backer safety that had like 7 or 8 yards, and he was just a free runner. That we had game plan for, and our same went down, and our backup just wasn't as prepared for it. But that kid's playing at Western. He's a stud.
I think you know, in that particular defense, I think Iowa State ran that last year.
Yeah, similar to that, like a 3-high safety. Yeah, it's kind of like a 3-high safety, but that middle one, he was just a little tighter to the box. He was a free runner.
Yeah,
so
that's not fair. You tell him to get.
You got to have a dude there, though. I think you got to have a stud there to make those plays.
Yeah,
and they did. They did.
Oh my goodness! So
we've dabbled with Drake in that situation.
Yeah. So looking at all your weapons, because you got a lot of them, you know, both offensively and defensively. I'm gonna be honest. You know, did you get the touches that you wanted, or was there some like maybe scoring or touching, touches that you would have liked to have seen completed?
Yeah. How do I? We did a really good job of scoring in our script.
Yes, you did.
I think we scored like
quick.
Yeah, so I think some guys didn't get as many touches as we had hoped, but we're going to take our points when we get them. Drake got his 6 touches. I would have liked to see Colby get the ball a little bit more because new to our system, just kind of get his feet wet. So he got 2 carries. And then we got Kyler the ball a couple times. We got Carter the ball a couple times. We were trying to work some of those new guys and those new pieces. We tried to get Nick Elby, our big tight end, a catch there in the red zone.
He's going to be a ball player, man.
He is. He is. We got his hand in the dirt a little more this week, and he's ready to go. He made some great catches tonight in practice. So he's a piece. And Kellen Martin, a basketball kid that came out this year, he made some really nice catches in practice that we're ready to get him the football some more, and Tyler and Cameron as well. So I told him in games where maybe we struggle a little bit more to score, these guys are going to get more touches. So.
And it again, you're not expected to score on 3 plays, Coach. That's
Right. Well, we will take it. We will be explosive as we can be, but it's not always going to be like that.
Oh yeah. So kind of looking in here, again, you're going after. What are your biggest keys to victory Friday night?
Yeah, I'm kind of like a broken record on this one.
You are, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I am too.
So our keys, it all starts with us up front, offensive line and defensive line. If we can run the football, we feel like we're going to have a lot of success on Fridays. So if we can win in the trenches offensively, and that makes them stack the box, and now we get one-on-one matchups with our guys on the outside, and Caden can take advantage of it. And then defensively, if Charlie can do his job and take a double team or at times triple team, and Blaze the same thing at the end, that allows Joshua and Colby and Drake to run free. And then if they got to throw the football, last week was probably their best plays we're throwing, but typically we feel really good if they put the ball in the air. And then we got to win the turnover battle as well.
And I thought your D coordinator, the old school
Coach Wilson.
Coach Wilson. I thought he had a good game plan. I was a little bit nervous though. On some of the waggle passes, I should have yelled louder. But
you should have.
But I'm in a soundproof. Never mind.
You probably had that window closed with the AC on.
Oh yeah, and I appreciate that as well. So, final football question. Well, it isn't really a football question. Well, yeah, it is. Coach, forget the scoreboard for a second. When you walk off the field Friday night, what do you want to know about your football team that you don't know right this moment?
Right now, can we get better from week 1 to week 2? I think there's a lot of growth between week 1 and week 2, and even the success that we did have on the field, we still saw a bunch of things that we can fix. So how much better can we get from week 1 to week 2 and carry that over from week 2 to week 3? And I think it's just, can we stay focused? Like you said earlier, get a lot of attention. You still gotta to perform on Friday nights. That attention doesn't really mean anything, except make your heads big. So we got to go out and be the best versions of ourselves.
And you see, I have you at 3 again this week, but it's razor thin on the teams. It's razor thin.
I don't know. Brown County's pretty good. Brown County is pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to complain if I'm right behind Brown County. So,
oh my goodness.
If we're behind a team that played in the state championship game last year and then won 52-0, we'll be okay.
And I'll give Heath Fuller a shout out, their offensive line coach guru. And
I somehow found his social media. He's pretty funny guy.
He's got some funny stuff.
Yeah.
I thought I was funny until I followed Heath. I'm just gonna, I'm not funny, dude. But anyway, what kid in your program that you don't think that's getting enough exposure from college coaches that should?
Man,
I would say all of them, but
I got a lot of kids that I think can play at the next level. I do, especially some seniors. Blaze Howell comes to mind first and foremost. At the end, like he's put on 15 pounds from last year, and he's still quick.
And it's not fat, 15 pounds.
And it's not fat. No, it's just a strength thing. And he ran track this year to get a little faster. I think he can play that outside backer position out in college, like an edge. Will Thomas is a two-way player for us that plays right tackle and D end. That continues. He's up to 220. I think last year he came in at like 195. And it's a good 220 as well. Carter Havens is another kid that he moved into that safety spot. He played corner last year, and he is flying around making plays in practice today. He broke on the ball really well. He's our scat back. He'll line up in the backfield or play that receiver. He'll line up in the slot when we go ace. Really smart football player. I think Joshua McFeeters, our H-back, he's a dude. He's a state qualifier and wrestler. he's gotten so much better since the beginning of last year. So I could keep listing my kids. I feel like we got a lot of kids that if they want to, I think they can play at the next level.
When are you going to take over the Illinois program?
Brett Bielema does it. I think he's doing a pretty good job. He's kind of revitalized that program. I think they're out in the up and up. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you think that they're going to be able to beat my Hawkeyes or not?
I've heard some good things about the Hawkeyes this year. Their biggest problem is, can they move the football?
Yes.
Right? They finally figure out how to move the ball. But I'm an Illinois guy. My kids or one of my kids likes Iowa. I don't mind the Hawkeyes. George Kittle, I'm a 49ers fan. My kids are 49er fans.
Okay.
So we were big George Kittle guys. He's a Hawkeye.
So did you like Steve Young and Joe Montana?
Yep. Well, I got a little football helmet, 49ers football helmet when I was like 5 years old, and I've been a 49er fan since. So that was 94. Okay. So I got a couple of those. My only NFL game was Rams 49ers. Got to see Jerry Rice's last year with the 49ers. Steve Young was out with a concussion. Imagine that.
Well, if he doesn't have CTE, I don't know who does. It's crazy how many times he got hit.
I know.
Yeah, I've got Joe Montana. I think it's his second year card.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that is really cool.
Love that stuff. But hey, kind of looking in. We're not going to look beyond. It's week to week, right?
Yep.
And if I ever talk about the next week, you get an opportunity to punch me in the stomach instead of right? So
that's right.
Yeah, but let's see. I'm going to be broadcasting here in Fort Madison. However, I'll be touching base. I'll probably shoot you a text when your game goes final, and maybe I can get a check in Friday night if it's at all possible.
Sure.
So
yeah, for sure. You get check in.
Sure. I love that, man. Illinois treats me. I don't know. They treat me pretty doggone good, but you're always probably going to say, "Yeah, man, Chuck, he's a character," but that's okay.
No, they're good dude. They're good dude.
I appreciate that, man. So, I have a great week of practice. I'm going to turn on my lights. Is that all right?
Yeah, go ahead. Get that light on.
Oh goodness! Can't believe they shut the lights off on me, man. And I'll throw out. I think in the dark I look fatter. So.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. But any shout outs, buddy?
Ooh, who do we want to go with this time? I'm gonna give it to the O-line. I'm gonna give a shout out to the O-line this week. We challenged them to set the tone on our season, and I thought they did exactly that. Opened up some big holes for our running backs and keeping Caden clean another week. So I'll give it to I'll just go across the board: Aiden Reynolds, Sam Potter, Eli McClure, Charlie Bodiford, and Will Thomas.
And I do have to make mention that I didn't think that Macomb voted enough on my Facebook page.
They probably did not.
Doghouse Player of the Week,
I think some of our problem is we had great coverage, right? And we kept sharing like 18.
Yeah.
We had. So I think it gets lost a little bit sometimes.
That's okay. But man, I really appreciate again the hospitality and for you coming on, and same time, same place next week.
Perfect. Can't wait.